Coi Leray, she's done the unthinkable. She's managed to make me somewhat defend her. All right, listen. I first discovered her back in 2018 when her song Huddy went viral, and I liked the song, more so for the beat, but I said to myself, this person's got potential. Lyrically, they're not the best, but the production's on point and she's got charisma, and charisma is really half the battle. Fast forward a few years later, and she ended up on the XXL cover. Now, I wasn't surprised she ended up on the XXL freshman because she had been making some noise, but I was surprised by the fact that the freestyle that she dropped for them. She caught a lot of flack, and deservingly so, because mid-freestyle, she just stops and starts twerking out of nowhere. It was easily one of the worst freestyles in XXL freshman history. She instantly became a meme and was the talk of the internet for that week. Hell, I'm guilty of clowning her during my reaction when I streamed it on Twitch. But for me, that's where the correlation with others stops, because to me, it was just memes. Something to laugh at in the moment. Even when she did that little goofy dance at that festival where it looked like she was stomping out an anthill on the playground, it was a meme. That's all it was to me. It was a good laugh, and it was something to add to my memes folder. Fast forward a little bit more, and she's got a verse with DDG on Impatient that goes viral, and she was looking kind of good in that video, I'm not gonna lie. She was showing versatility compared to the person who first came on the scene with Huddy, but it's like people didn't care. I mean, you don't have to care. Hell, technically I don't. I guess for me, the disconnect is when people use memes to discredit people from getting a fair shot with their music. If someone did something terrible, I get it, but we're talking about a chick who went viral for looking like she was fighting her 3 a.m. demons when she was stomping extra hard on stage. Hell, I'm guilty of making my fair share of Logic Bobby biracial jokes, but I always say that I loved his first 3 albums. I don't allow memes and jokes to influence whether or not I'm going to listen to someone's project. Now, she recently released an album, and a lot of people didn't give it a chance, as shown by her first week numbers. Streams and album sales were low. Ladies and gentlemen, let this be a lesson as to why branding is important. People will only take you as seriously as you take yourself. To her, she's just having fun online, but if it's one thing I know in this entertainment business is that people don't like new things, and people often are looking for any reason not to give something new a chance. So you have to be mindful of this when you first come on the scene. Establish yourself as an artist first to create a solid foundation, and everything else will follow. Hell, look at Smokepurpp. I've never liked dude's music, but recently it's been some clips that have surfaced online from his supposed fans. These people are buying his tickets and showing up to his shows just so they can record him performing to empty rooms so they can clown him on social media and get a little bit of clout. If he were to focus more on his craft instead of social media antics, he wouldn't be where he is right now. And this is a prime example of people really be preying on your downfall. But hey, J. Cole tried to warn him and Pump on 1985, but at this point, it is what it is. I've seen several videos on this platform where people clowning Coi Leray extra hard for the album sales. I've seen folks yelling on camera. I'm like, God damn, is her album that bad? I had to see for myself. So during my last few workouts, I had her debut album Trendsetter on repeat, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not the worst thing that I've ever heard. I'd go as far as to say it's halfway decent if we're comparing it to today's music. What wasn't decent though is that album cover. I don't know why this girl chose to bend over and show her birth canal on the album cover, but she did. I got to make sure that my screen is locked when I'm in the gym so nobody can see what I'm looking at or listening to, because from a distance, it looks kind of weird to have this woman bent over. And like I said, I don't get the birth canal stuff. The opening track, Hollywood Dreams, reminds me a little of Drake's opener Fireworks off of Thank Me Later. It's a slower, more ominous vibe that sets the tone that she does care about what she's doing, and she does want people to take her seriously as an artist. Now, is the song great? It's alright. To me, the standout records are Ay Ay Ay, Mountains, Thief in the Night, Clingy, and Lonely Fans. Ay 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 is catchy because of the Caribbean influence. Mountain is full of bars. 504 and Young and May Kill It. Thief in the Night and Lonely Fans are your standard ignorant bangers. And Clingy is just catchy because Nav is on it, bringing that brown boy energy. The biggest problem with this album is that it's 20 tracks, so it's too long, and the album is also top heavy. She definitely threw tracks on here to try to inflate her stream numbers, but in my opinion, it brings down the quality of the album. Artists have to understand that if you drop a 10-song album that's fire, people will put it on repeat, which will inflate your numbers, so it's a win-win situation for everyone. Quit ruining your projects by putting all these throwaways on there. She also has a song on there with Nicki Minaj where she proclaims that she's ready to raise the blick blick, but I have a hard time believing she's shooting Dracos when she weighs 90 pounds soaking wet. She also named the album Trendsetter, and it didn't sell well, so you kind of set yourself up for jokes. But jokes aside, this album is not the worst thing that I've ever heard, but the internet will have you thinking otherwise. It's not bad by today's microwave music standards. Let this be a lesson about how you carry yourself. And this doesn't just apply to music, but everything in life. People will only take you as seriously as you take yourself. That being said, if you're looking for something new to listen to, I suggest giving Trendsetter a listen at least one time. You might find a few songs worth adding to your playlist. I know I did, but hey, I'm just saying.